Greetings, YouTube. Today's story comes out of Connecticut. A school teacher was planning on having a speaker come in for November 22nd. This person was going to discuss the Islamic faith, her faith, and try to explain it to the students. The teacher in question received threats, some of which came from a closed Facebook group from within the membership of the school itself, telling her that having someone speak on Islam was a disservice to Christianity. Newsflash for anyone that's never read the First Amendment. We have no establishment of an official state religion, and if you are a teacher on the clock at a school, you are a representative of the government, and so you cannot actually endorse a religion while you're on duty. What you do in your own time doesn't matter. But when it comes to school rounds and school activities, there's no such thing as a disservice to Christianity. That's a line of bullshit thinking. But then again, I expect it from social conservatives. They also cancel a talk on Judaism, but they are considering having an open discussion about world religions. Well, isn't that nice? Because guess what, folks? Christianity is not the only religion in the world. And I know that many people view Connecticut as one of those evil, liberal, progressive places. But apparently, there are still social conservatives here more than welcome to speak their mind when it comes to making sure that no one of another faith has any say. These students should be learning about Islam. There are like 1.6 billion people on the planet that are members of Islam. That's important to understand, to have a passing grasp of the practices of the religion, its tenets, and things like that. The understanding that there is no central control of the religion in question, unlike, say, for example, Catholicism, when there is central control. We should also be learning about all the other world religions, but let's face it, the Abrahamic faiths have the biggest impact here in America. I just did a video about that last week, about the Abrahamic faiths, and the monumental ignorance showed by some people, most often Christian, about how the faiths did in fact evolve. Hint, Judaism was first, then Christianity, then Islam. Doesn't make one more important than the other, but that's how they did evolve. That's just the way it is. Also, there are elements in those faiths that borrowed heavily from faiths that came before them. And yes, there were faiths that came before them. I know you're going to have a hard time believing that, but it's true. I wish that this speaker had come to this school. Every school should have people coming in there from other religious communities other than the one that is the majority of the school attendees. Being exposed to these new worldviews and having an understanding of how the world around you works is just part of your education as a good public citizen. To have the ability to make decisions and cast informed votes means you have to know how the world works. I know, that's a scary thought to some social conservatives. The whole concept of worldly information just terrifies some of them, which is sad and depressing, but not shocking. So I wish they'd had the speaker come in. I'm sad that they canceled it. But again, it doesn't surprise me.